Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here like me, AFC football championship is done. Kansas City is going back to the Super Bowl again. Oh my gosh, after a while you get tired of saying it. But Mahomes is the future. He is the way. I'm actually watching the 49ers game right now, and it looks like Detroit is in the driver's seat. Oh man, they're in the driver's seat. All right, check this out. I'm actually going to break this video down in so many ways when I dissect this. So many ways. And I don't even know how to get started on this, guys. I really don't. But I'm so excited because I like Lamar Jackson. I love Patrick Mahomes. I like both of these quarterbacks. They're great. And this is the thing where I have to say this. Today we watched Patrick Mahomes actually be a game manager. And his defense actually carried the way. And we watched Lamar Jackson go above and beyond to the point where that was the Ravens' own demise. Was Lamar Jackson doing too much? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. But of course, always, thank you for watching this. We love you so much on this channel, the crew. Hey, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. You can be a part of that. We're trying to do it before April, pretty much the NFL draft. If you like what you hear, subscribe and comment. If you don't like it, at least you gave us your time. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's talk about it. We're going to start this off pretty much with the tape here. We're going to talk about it pretty much. Travis Kelce on Kyle Hamilton, which is a matchup that all of us wanted to see, right? Beautiful, right? Mahomes understands that, takes down pretty much right after the 4th and 2, and they convert straight to Kelce, corner of the end zone on the right side over Hamilton. We love it. Puts them up 7-0, right? This is awesome. This is great. But this is something that the Chiefs do all the time, and it reminds me of the 2000 Ravens, how pretty much, hey, you go down there, we score a little bit. We don't have explosive receivers like we had over the past few years. Just go ahead. We'll get ahead. You guys continue to keep doing what you're doing defensively. And now it puts pressure on Lamar because they did have the ball first, the Ravens, and they did not convert. So, obviously, Lamar Jackson being Lamar Jackson gets a good run on that 4th and 1, and they convert on their 4th down, right? Effectively, you think this is okay, where they start to trade blows back and forth as two teams. And it does make sense, not going to lie. But for some strange reason, the run game was abandoned more for Gus Hill and Edwards as the game went on. Just really was one of those things where I questioned it a lot. But anyways, then around the 5-minute mark, Lamar Jackson does what Lamar Jackson does best. Breaks the tackle off the edge. Zay Flowers gets open. Coverage gets busted downfield. Hits his target. X's and O's. Simple football. You gotta love it. And it's just so beautiful. And I definitely have the play breakdown too on top of that in this video as well. But just for the moment, I want to let you guys know this is where we start to stop and think about this for a second. When you really look at the field and you scan it, oh man, it's so sexy. He had an under that was nice. He had an over that was up. And of course, Zay Flowers converting and switching the route definitely in there shows that obviously they're on the same page. And the defense of the Chiefs finally makes what you call a huge mistake. Because now the Chiefs are forced to go down and score again, right? Which is a bit normal, right? In the world that we've lived in for the Kansas City Chiefs for so many years. The problem is that the fact that this is who they've been all season. This has been their identity, where they've had such a hard time trying to produce star players with Kelce's injuries, with the offensive line, with Kadarius Toney being offside, supposedly, right? Then, of course, Scandrick actually catching the ball. But this is when their stars start to emerge. Rashid Rice, Pacheco, these are the things that you started to look for as this team went on throughout this game. And this is why I say Mahomes definitely was a game manager in this game. He wasn't lighting you up like you thought, like out there just scoring and stuff. He was just doing what a normal quarterback does, extending plays, getting the ball to the best playmaker, which was Travis Kelce at that time. And it showed. It wasn't like he did anything spectacular. He didn't have to do too much. He just got the ball to Pacheco and Kelce, and that's what it was, pretty much, right? And that's pretty much the offense. That was it. That was the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs and a few field goals. Now, I want to break this down in a lot of ways. And I want to talk about the part where Lamar Jackson literally had to go in above and beyond to take down the Chiefs. How do we start this? The sad case of Lamar Jackson. That's the best way to put this. Lamar all season has effectively been the true MVP candidate that we've all noticed and seen. Lights out, playing great football, throwing deep balls, finally looking like they have a receiving core. But the reality is the fact that their best receiver is a 5'9" receiver, which is Zay Flowers. Then on top of that, Nelson Aguilar really is not an amazing receiver. Then on top of that, also, Odell Beckham faced a lot of injuries with Mark Andrews being out most of the time. Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers are probably the most two reliable players on this entire offense outside of Lamar Jackson. This is where the fun part begins. The Chiefs did a tremendous job exiting out one or the other. They realized that Lamar's going to make those freak plays. That's just what Lamar is going to do. Great. They also understood that Lamar has to beat the Chiefs. And the Chiefs' defensive line, might I add, what they do pretty much the next drive where the Chiefs go down and score, it shows what a lot of people really weren't expecting. It's what they call a true strip sack. And it was so beautiful, executed so well. Karlaftis and the boys and Jones, it showed that this is where we capitalize. This is where Steve has done his work, his due diligence. He's understood that, yes, but they had a short field and the Chiefs did not capitalize on this, by the way. So just want to throw that out there. Instead of them going for it, instead of them, kicking a field goal, being up 17-7, they actually go for it on a 4th and 1 because Kelsey gets a bad spot, which to me, I didn't understand. I said that was a dumb call, but for some strange reason, even with this madness, somehow, some way, the Ravens defense still kept them in the game on this play, which was kind of cool, right? Seeing this, and I have to be honest with you, I thought that this was going to definitely turn the offense around, only for Lamar Jackson to give the ball pretty much right back in the same cadence to this punt. And even making a spectacular play where he catches the ball on his own, which is so cool, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Back to the X's and O's of the game. This was just a game where we watched Lamar Jackson go above and beyond in so many ways that he shouldn't have. And it wasn't fair to himself. He shouldn't have done that. And then on top of that, forcing the ball to Zay Flowers towards the end of the game, especially in triple coverage. I'm like, no, Lamar should have known better. Definitely. I am a huge Lamar Jackson fan. Don't get it twisted. Actually, I wanted them to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The problem is that I know deep down inside, after watching that first half, how the timing was off, how everything just seemed to be all thrown away, and the defensive line handling their offensive line, I realized two things. Defense does win championships, whether you like it or not. And no matter how great of an offensive player you are, if you don't have other players that can help you out throughout the entire game, it's only going to get worse. But also in the same thing too, you don't get an onside penalty on a 1st and 5 in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes left against Patrick Mahomes. I was so lost on that play. And I understand. I get it, right? I understand that you do this because it's smart. You're giving them pretty much, the chance to go down, play to the 2-minute warning, take it out, we're good to go. But at the same time, it's Patrick Mahomes, bro. You don't do these things against him. No, bro. That's a no. You are not thinking. This is not what you do. You take advantage. You stop what you can. But, hey, it was done. It was done. Pretty much in short, hey, the Chiefs just capitalized. And this is where we have to say to yourself, Lamar Jackson played a phenomenal game and towards the end of it, but Patrick Mahomes just did what he needed to do. He saw what the defense gave him. He took advantage of what needed to be taken advantage of. He realized that, hey, there's no Tyreek Hill out there. All right? It's just Kelsey. Kelsey's going to have to be the guy. Kelsey's going to have to step up. Overuse Kelsey. And that sucks because that's just the reality and the nature of the beast, but it come with the job, bro. And the job is well done. They're AFC champs. So pretty much more and more what I'm going to say is that what I really want to say is I'm actually excited to see that the Chiefs defense actually did a great job against Lamar Jackson. Man, shout out to Chris Jones and George Karlaftis. The D line, they just really contained Lamar. They gave Lamar what he wanted in a sense where really they pretty much said, this is what you're going to do to us. You're going to have to beat us with your legs, which is kind of funny because they fed into his game, but it also worked in their favor to where it actually hurt his own game because the haunt of, can Lamar be a quarterback and not a running back? Sometimes it's best to just do what is best for you. And in the process of that, the Chiefs said, okay, well, this is really what's best for us. But if you think so, then we'll link this way. So I just want to say deep down inside, man, this was a really interesting chess match game. It wasn't like I thought it was going to be high scoring. I ain't gonna say all that, but yeah, I just thought it was gonna be high scoring. But hey, it is what it is with that. Watching this Lions game right now, it looks like the Lions are in the driver's seat to go into the Super Bowl because they're up 21-7. But the game's not over. A lot of games left. So I don't know about all that. But hey, yo, if you like the video, yo, subscribe. If you don't, hey, thanks for watching. But what you will do is respect my good old Houston Texans because we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. Yo, we out. Peace. Take it easy.